this is part one of two videos that I'm going to make. I had a friend contact me recently, and he said, how would I know if I'm an earth angel, because you work with the angelic realm all the time and you know a little bit about it, a lot bit about it. And I said, well, do you know what the orders are? Do you know anything about the angelic, you know, dealio? He said no, so I wanted to make this video for him, but hopefully it can benefit other people as well. I took the time to make some notes over what I have discovered in the past couple years, because I wanted a logical explanation as to what was going on with my brain. I was hospitalized 14 times within a 7-year period, and it wasn't because I was cuckoo. It was because they could not figure out how to calm me down when natural disasters were going to happen. It was because they couldn't understand my ability to count backwards from 100 by 7s when I was manic. It's been like a constant science experiment with me. And I was like, you know what, I'm done with this, dude. There's got to be something, you know, I always knew I was a messenger, you know, loved Jesus, did the dealio with God, was 7 years after hearing him, and blah, 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 blah. So here's the deal with angels. And you can find information in Ephesians 1:21 and Colossians 1:16. There's 3 spheres. The first sphere is a seraphim, which is talked about in Isaiah 6:17. They're caretakers of God's throne and continually shout praises. They have 6 wings. A cherubim has 4 faces, one of a man, ox, lion, and griffin vulture, 4 conjoined wings, and are covered with eyes. They guard the way of the tree of life to the Garden of Eden. They guard the way to the tree of life in the Garden of Eden and the throne of God, as said per Genesis 3:24, Revelation 4:6-8, Exodus 25:17 through 22, Ezekiel 10:12 through 14, and 28:14 through 16, Chronicles 3:7 through 14, and 1 Kings 6:23 through 28. Thrones, or orphanims, I think I'm pronouncing it right, I've never gotten that one, but thrones are talked about in Colossians 1:16 and Revelation 11:16. They are the living symbols of God's justice and his authority. Then we move on to the second sphere. Dominions. Now, I love the dominions. They're heavenly governors, and what the dominions do is they regulate the duties of the lower angels. It is very rare that they ever make themselves known to the physical world or have anything to do with humans. They preside over nations and are divine, watching out for humans with 1 pair of wings. Virtues are strongholds. They are a heavenly body to ensure that the cosmos remains in order. Up in heaven, when everything's going on with heaven, that's what the virtues do. They make sure everything's copacetic up there and serve God in that way. Powers or authorities. These are angels that are keepers of history. Say God wants to pull information on so-and-so. The powers and authorities are the ones that keep those records, because if you've ever heard of the Lamb's Book of Life, which is the most important book of any book in the world, it supersedes the Bible, the Quran, and Playboy, or whatever. Book of Life is most important. And so powers and authorities are keeper of histories, but in addition to that, they're also warriors of, they're warrior angels. They will, in a flash, be dispatched in the blink of an eye, and, you know, just boom, to go do what they do. That's why they have the name powers and authorities. And then you have the third sphere, which Ephesians 1:21 and Ephesians 3:10 talks about principalities and rulers. These are angels that give blessings to the human world. They're educators, guardians, they inspire humans to create art and discover science. These are the angelics that can come in, and angelics that can serve as humans. You could be a human being with a principality disposition. Okay, can you kind of understand how, oh, if I was going to pick any of the angels that I feel like I most represent, politician and rulers might say, I think I'm a virtue, you know, or whatnot. If I was going to, you know, compare myself. That's kind of one of the fascinating things about all these different orders and what all these angels do. A lot of people just think of angels as people that intercede, you know, when there's an accident or whatnot, but those are guardians. Now, third sphere, principalities and rulers give blessings to the human world and encourage people to do the best that they can. They are the angel of inspiration. You've got your archangels. Now, there's, in the Catholic world, you've got Raphael and Gabriel and a couple of others who are archangels. But the information that I found that transcends across every literary form that I've read regarding angels is that Michael is the only definitive in the Bible, you know, legitimate major angel known as and labeled as an archangel, and he protects Israel. Nothing supports Gabriel as an archangel except in the Bible, and Raphael either. That's not to say that they aren't, it's just it's not in the Bible from what anybody's found, and or at least what I have found, and I could be wrong on this, but I don't think so. And then you've got your last order, and these are angels / guardian angels. Okay, you've got a subset. Guardian angel is the immortal angelic that can intercede and do all of these things, yada yada yada. Then you've got your angelics, your angelic beings, your angelic messengers, and there's only a few functions that these angels do. Even though they're the lowest order, they are the most recognized in the world because of their presence. And a guardian angel points people in the right direction, provides them with information, delivers messages, you know, a specific message or a universal message, and watches over. A guardian angel basically watches over, tries to protect whoever needs protection. And that's basically the order of the angels. So the next video, because a lot of people find there's you know, I call it the angel obsession, but if you really want to know, watch the next clip, because it asks some questions that can be posed to you as well, to see if you might be just a little more special than other people think that you are. Alright, part 2, let's roll.